Welcome to New Gameplay Today. I am Charles Harte. Today I'm joined by Mr. Alex Van Aken. How are you doing, Alex?
Hey, Charles. Thanks for having me. I'm doing good.
And today we are looking at XDefiant, which is an upcoming free-to-play shooter from Ubisoft.
Okay.
Yeah, what did you know about this game before now?
I literally knew it was a Ubisoft shooter, and then you told me it's bringing together. I mean, I see like Splinter Cell gear on these people,
Yeah.
which is very exciting for me as a huge Splinter Cell fan who we haven't had a Splinter Cell game in a decade. And so I think you had told me like this is kind of grouping a lot of their IP together into one arena sort of thing.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I also didn't really know that much about it. I think I knew it existed, but outside of that, I didn't have that much context.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like a big crossover shooter where they take a bunch of different existing like Ubisoft IPs and then they make them all. They're called factions.
Interesting. Okay.
And the factions basically serve as before we start, I've been so anxious because I'm like, I gotta show this gameplay I did, but also
Listen,
play some shooters. I know everyone's gonna judge me regardless.
Charles, here's the thing. As somebody who has competed in FPS tournaments many times in the past, anytime you go into these preview events where it's your first time playing, you're gonna make a fool of yourself. Just
for
accept
sure.
that. I mean, look, you got a sick kill right there. There you go.
I specifically did choose the game where I got player of the game.
Okay. We have a lot to look forward to then.
So it's fine. I also spawned.
Or
it
was
else.
just everybody else
Yeah.
way worse.
I will say, well, let me give more context on the game first.
Yeah.
So the way it works, it feels, I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, to me the closest analog is like a Call of Duty.
That's immediately what I see when I'm looking at it.
Yeah. And the way that the factions come in is they are basically like character classes. So everyone can pick any gun, you can have any loadout. I preferred to start with a shotgun here, but when you pick your factions, that's when you get those abilities you can see at the bottom of the screen. So my left bumper lets me briefly turn like invisible. It's very like active camo from Halo, so like you can see me, but it's like shimmering transparency. And Echelon, this is the Splinter Cell faction.
Yeah.
Echelon also has a.
They added cloaking into some of the later Splinter Cell games.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Echelon also, that was mean, but I had to do it. Echelon also has a passive ability where you don't show up on enemy mini-maps.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a permanent, like, suppressor effect.
That's cool.
And yeah, the other factions, there are the Cleaners from The Division.
Interesting. Okay.
There's Libertad from Far Cry 6.
Okay.
There is Phantoms from Ghost Recon. And then one that wasn't in this preview, but like you can unlock during the closed beta, is DeadSec from Watch Dogs.
Interesting. Okay.
So
hearing Cleaners are in this game is really cool because I would have figured they would have just, I don't know, made you one of the Division agents, you know?
Yeah.
Which would have been boring, I think. So hearing that the Cleaners were always an interesting faction to me from those games.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of... I played the Division's open beta for the original game. I played that for like a whole day with my cousin, and then I never went back to it or its sequel, because I was just like, well, that was the definitive experience. I liked it so much.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, they're a fun... I guess the thing I like about the factions so much is they really let you like specialize into the things you like to do. So for me, I'm very much like... My gut is always like, I'm just going to flank people. I'm going to sneak around and get them and take them by surprise with a shotgun. And then just these abilities made it way easier to do that.
So when you load into the game, do you get to pick what faction you're playing as? Or are you just assigned, like, oh, my whole team is this faction?
Oh, yeah, I should clarify. So it's it's not team based at all. It's completely individual.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I thought it was team based on this rover thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, so there's 2 teams.
I'm sorry. Okay,
like
the factions though. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So like on my team, you can see the names on the left there. They all have different symbols. So.
Oh, I'm looking now. Okay, yeah.
We got 2 splinter cells. One. It was a pretty even split every time I did it. I don't know if everyone was just trying to pick out their own, just to try them all out. But
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that okay. I had a couple concerns. I was like, wait, so am I gonna get put as a faction that I don't like to play, and it's just random? But hearing that they're effectively classes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Cool.
And you can even like, I don't know if you saw on the screen there, but when I was dead, it had the option to like change your faction like between lives, the way you can just like swap out loadouts.
Huh. Okay.
So if I decided to do 1 full round as each faction, but this was by far my favorite, so I was kind of a thing of like, just trying to see.
Stealth with shotgun is pretty lethal. Invisibility with shotgun.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's a lot of depth to the actual mode? It looks like we're just like pushing a payload, and you know you've got tiered spawns, just like Overwatch, based on the enemy's progress. Is that kind of it? Like, and that's fine if it is. It's just, I guess I'm wondering.
Yeah, this was the only. I might have played 1 or 2 of this payload mode. Because it had us on like a shuffled playlist. It's pretty straightforward. The mode I really liked that they've introduced that I'm pretty sure they like. This is original to them. It's not a thing I had heard of before. It's a mode called Hot Shot. And it's basically like kill confirmed, where every time you kill someone, you pick up like their points. But the difference is that whoever has the most points at any given time. They're labeled as the hot shot, and then they appear on everyone else's map.
Okay.
So it's like a thing of, I feel like there's always those multiplayer lobbies where you'll have the one person on one team that's kind of dominating the whole time.
Yeah.
And this is like a cool balance against that.
I like that there's a flamethrower. Is that their primary weapon, or is that like a specialty?
The flamethrower is their ultra ability.
Okay. Oh, there's ultra abilities as well.
Yes.
So what is?
I don't know why.
What is your current ultra ability on this Splinter Cell?
I can't remember if I tried to use it or not already, but the Echelon one is you get like sonar goggles, so you can see through walls.
Okay, that's cool.
And then you get Sam Fisher's pistol, which does a lot of damage.
Now I have a question. Like
cool.
typically in a lot of these like payload pushing games, there are classes that kind of emerge as like, this is kind of the defensive character in the tank. But with the time to kill looking a lot more like Call of Duty than anything else, did you find that like those roles were distinct, or was it just kind of like, you know, everybody's trying their best and it's just like a battle of wills, you know, throw yourself against the payload?
Yeah, I think it would depend. I think you'd have to coordinate it a little better. So like the Phantoms, and we haven't really seen a lot of it here. The Phantom class can put up like shields, which I think would make a huge difference here. And then the Cleaners class can do like a lot of area of effect damage.
Okay. Are there any healing classes or just?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
That's a Libertad. They can put down like little area of effect healing stuff, and then they can also, their Ultra is like an ability that activates like passive healing for them, and then like also extends their life bar. So I've had a lot of times in these games where, or you can see that guy had it active.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where they'll kill me just because they've got the extra buffer there.
Yeah.
But yeah. What do you look for in a shooter, Alex? I know you play a lot of them. Or you're particularly good at some of them.
Yeah, I play a lot of shooters. You know, I'll try any shooter. I think as of late, one of the things that really attracts me to shooters is just like weird level design. Like the Finals is a recent beta that I really enjoyed. And they kind of like take that Battlefield destructibility to whole new level. And
This is my ultra, by the way.
I mean, also just feel okay. I see now. That's where the night vision comes in. Okay. I don't know. I just want it to feel good. I want there to be, you know, some strategy. I kind of play less. Like I'm not the guy who typically plays death matches. I'm the guy who plays search and destroy, or I like. I really like objectives. And so that this being, is there a team deathmatch, or are they all pretty objective based?
They're all pretty objective based. Hotspot is the closest to team deathmatch, but
yeah, okay. Like I'm the guy that plays Halo and loves to play, you know, bomb or capture the flag. You know what I mean? It's so and that is kind of trending again as well, which is nice. So yeah, that's kind of what I look for. This game I'm definitely interested in. I've played a lot of Ubisoft's games over the years, particularly their third-person shooters. Big Splinter Cell fan. I want to check it out. I mean, it seems like, you know, it seems like a very It's not Splinter Cell, right? So it's weird. Like I play Splinter Cell for Spies vs. Mercs and for that asymmetrical gameplay. So it's weird that they're just like adding on all of these things into this, you know, attack and defend mode. But I'm interested. I think I'm gonna play this game. I want to check it out. And hearing that you played it and spoke well of its, like it runs smoothly. It feels pretty good. It looks like. I'm interested. Also, 28-17, not bad. Not bad at all.
Right? I was like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I see why you picked this one. I didn't want to like interrupt, but I saw a lot of your multi kills and stuff. I was like, all right.
Yeah, well, you know, it's. I mean, that's just the day in the life for Chuck Duck 365.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kinda
of
running
course.
around, just doing lots of kills and stuff. So
Awesome.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining me, Alex. This game, I don't think there's a release window yet.
Okay.
But the closed beta starts the day we're recording this, April 13th, which is hopefully the day I post it. But
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So, yeah. Well, thanks for watching the video, and for all of your gaming news check out the rest of Game Informer's YouTube channel.
Awesome. Bye, everybody.